And just for comparison, I mean, you can see the difference right there. That looks way better than this. Like the rear, this one I let dry overnight and it looks perfect. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a quick video to show you guys how to take off the door handles. I didn't see any videos on YouTube, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. First F is first. We're gonna take off the door card. We have a Phillips here and then a hex up here that we have to remove, and then another Phillips in this little area here. You have to take off this little plastic. It's all clips around, so I'm gonna link some clips because you will break them. They are brittle, so let's go ahead and take the door card off. And you will need a Phillips screwdriver or little drill. You need a T25 Torx bit, and then a 10 mil with an extension. We have all three screws out, so now I'm just gonna pull on the door. Be careful, don't let it drop, or else you can break the little clips inside. This is all I do since mine are already all broken. But you want to be careful because there are some pieces in there I'll show you later that you don't want to break. So what I usually do is hold it with my knee down there, pry it open, and these are the areas that you can break right here. It's plastic, it's old, it's brittle. So you want to pop these clips off. You can see it's covered on this side. On this side, it's open. I do recommend spraying some sort of lubricant on there because they are a little bit tight on there since it has been sitting there a long time. You want to take this wire harness off down here as well. And then there's one up here for the side mirror. Let me try to show you me taking these off. So I usually just push down on these. They're a little bit hard because all the dirt in here. But that one came out already. And then this one. And when you go to put them back in, the metal bars are at different lengths, so you can't really mess it up. All right, that's it. Now all this black stuff I'm gonna remove because it's old and brittle and replace it with new ones. But for the video, we're just taking off the door handle. So now we got everything off, we're gonna look in this little hole. You can see that nut, take that off, and then there's another one in this hole. So these two holes, I recommend using a magnetic socket so you don't drop anything in there. And the driver's side, it's harder because it does have that cylinder here. All the other doors don't. They're way easier to remove. As you can see, this one has two metal rods. One for the key and then one for the handle.
Pero tiene que salir hacia acá conmigo, ¿no?
Sí,
así.
You will have to take off these two screws, and it has like an L bracket, so it's a little bit tough to get out. It's kind of hard to get a good angle, but there's still another one of those little pins with the red, and that's on the cylinder side. And we were able to unclip it through this hole right here. You do have to remove this bolt, that way you can move the rail because this bracket gets caught up on it. Other than that, it's pretty simple to remove. So right here you can see the rail. It does help to have someone else to hold it like that as the person outside is trying to take this out. But it's not too hard. You have a big hole here, so it'll come out. And then the cable for the key, it's this plug here. And now we can take it out. So out of all four doors, this is definitely the hardest. All of the other ones are pretty easy to do. And yes, you can still open the doors. Like on this side, you press it down, it opens it up. Okay, now we're gonna work on the rear. The rear, it's the same thing pretty much. You come in here, I already took the panel off. You need a T25 for the screw that goes up here. And then Phillips for this one here. You're gonna pull off all the clips. I'll have the clips, new ones, linked down below because you will need some, they will break. These bars right here are connected to these pieces here. So the bar goes in there and this is clipped on. So you kind of have to push it off, pull the metal bar out. It would help if you sprayed some sort of lubricant on here because they do get pretty tough. Especially if you go off-roading, you see all this dirt in there. And look, that's a broken clip right there. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna look in here. You're gonna see a 10 mil right there. There's gonna be one back there. And there's another one of those little clips on the door handle. But you don't wanna do that yet. First, take off the nuts. Use a magnetic socket if you have it. That way you don't drop nuts in the door panel. So then we're gonna come out here. You're gonna pull on this. And then, bam. Now you can see a little white clip. You can stick a little, like a flathead or something in there to be able to push it off. You do not want to try to take this off from the inside because it will be hard. This is just the way that I found to do it so you don't break it. All right, so I had to get that off camera because it's hard with one hand, but we got it. Pull it off, and then we could slide it out. Fish out that little metal one, push it down, bam. All All right, so it's time to put the door handles, the door panels, and everything back on. I already started on the rear here, and I want to show you guys something. Look at this handle, man. It looks like brand new. This didn't really work too well, and I didn't want to touch the wrap with the chemicals, so I didn't do it on there. But let me show you what I used, because this made the door handle look brand new. And just for comparison, I mean, you can see the difference right there. That looks way better than this. So I got recommended this by one of you guys, Cerakote Trim Coat, and it's like a wipe, and it literally restores the plastic. It is like a chemical. After 30 minutes, this dries, and it's like, it leaves like a clear coat, sort of. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not like slippery or anything. It's nice, and that's why I'm going to put on all the door handles. The kit is $20, and it comes with 10 wipes, which will last you a long time, and I'll have the links in the description below. Sorry for the noise, we're next to a spray booth, but let me show you how to do this. You're going to want gloves. Rip one out. This will be enough for all the door handles. So you're going to take this out. It does have a chemical smell. You don't want to touch this. You don't want to get this on your paint, and if you do, just wipe it off. But we're just going to go ahead and wipe it. Make sure to get an even coat as well. So right there, you can kind of see. You can definitely tell where you wipe down because it looks wet. So make sure you get all the areas pretty smooth. Okay, and we are done. Take the gloves off. And that was one packet for all 4. You can do your side trim as well with that, but look at that. It looks like new. And once it dries, the shine goes down a little bit, but it still stays at like jet black. It looks really nice. So now that we did that, we have to wait 30 minutes for it to dry. So while we're waiting for this to dry, I'm gonna go put on rear door speakers because I have not upgraded those. All right, so we got the new speakers in. This is for the rear passenger. On the front, I already changed them out to some Pioneers. So I got the same in the rear to match, and we're sounding good, so time to put the door handles on. All right, so that's the finished product. This looks amazing. I'm actually really happy with that product. So we're gonna go ahead and install them. Pretty simple. I mean, you just do the same thing that you did when you took it off. Connect this to here, connect that pin here, once it's inside the door, and we should be good. All right, so that's pretty much it. It actually looks green now that it's outside. So this is the finished product, and I know they look bad right now. And it is because I didn't let them dry enough time. I would recommend doing it overnight. But I mean, it looks way different. You can see the inside is kind of gray right there where I missed a spot compared to this. It looks way better. Like the rear, this one I let dry overnight and it looks perfect. But these, since I was touching it while I was putting it on, it kind of like dulled it down a bit. I don't know, but I really do recommend this product. Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.